What is going on, YouTube? My name is Dom, and today we are back with that series that kicked it off for me in the Ghost Recon world. It is our Wildlands tips videos, this time for the Echelon, or as I will consistently call him, Eshi. But anyway, before we get started, there are a few things that I did need to address. I am going on vacation on Tuesday. I'm going to be gone for 9 days. Does that mean we're not going to have any videos? No, it does not. We are going to have videos. I have videos planned out so that a video is going to be releasing every other day while I'm on vacation. Now, of course, no live streams or anything. And again, I am sorry that there wasn't a live stream this Thursday. I have been extremely busy. I'm not sure if there will be tomorrow, but I'll keep you guys updated. Anyway, thank you for the great comments you guys left on my last video. Even the people that disagree with me are still cordial and being, respectful and having a good conversation with everybody else and with me. So I really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. You're fucking awesome. And now also there is something that I need to clarify before we go into this video. I do not hate this game. I have gotten that comment quite a few times. Do you hate Ghost Recon? Do you not like it, or something to that effect? And that, of course, is not the case. I love the game. I am just ultra fucking critical because I'm a big believer that if we are not critical and not constantly asking questions, nothing is going to get done. And when there is the slightest imbalance, I throw my hands in the air and I make sure that it's fixed in my eyes. Now, anyway, let's get into talk about Echelon. Now, of course, I want to reserve the term OP for specific circumstances, for extreme circumstances. And I have to say, I don't think he's OP. He is very, very powerful. And he might be more powerful than anyone else in the game. Does that mean he's OP? No. But anyway, let's talk about this. First, I got to break down his ability. So he has the ping, he has his sonar, right? You can activate this at any time. There is no cooldown. There is no limit on how much you can use it. Its range when you're standing still is 100 meters. And when you send out that ping, it will ping anybody who is within that 100 meters. Now, there is a caveat to that, actually, that I figured out. If they are within your field of view, if they are not obstructed by an obstacle, you will actually not get a ping for them. So if you are laying down in the middle of the road and someone is 100 feet in front of you, to the side of you, behind you, it does not matter if you're even looking at them, you will not get a ping if there is not an obstacle in between you and that person. So when you're using Eshi, make sure you go into a building or something that will create an obstacle. Now with that, when you're in bushes and whatnot, the game does not register low grasses as a texture, as an obstacle. So you got to make sure that you're in a bush in order for that to work. Now, as soon as you move, your ping ability goes away. You're not going to be pinging anybody, and your range on that sonar starts to collapse on you until when you're sprinting, you can only see probably about 5 fucking feet. That is very hard to test. So his weapons are good, I think. I don't think they're great. The SC4000 is my favorite. I'm not particularly fond of the PDR. I know some people like it because it does have an increased damage output. For me, I like the range and accuracy over that, but the PDR is definitely a good option in maps like, Scrapyard, for instance, some of the new Sabotage maps as well. It's a good option, but I like the SC4000. The recoil on it's manageable, good fire rate, good accuracy, so whatever. Low damage, though. But anyway, so how you actually go about playing with Echelon is it's a very stick and move type class, right? You have to stop in one place, send out your ping, and then move on to the next one, and hopefully communicate with your teammates based off that intel. Now the thing about it is that ping goes out 100 meters. That covers a really good amount of distance. It covers about 200 meters in diameter if you're gonna go that way for width, only about 100 meters in front of you. Currently, he is the only class in the game that can gather intel using an ability that isn't a drone, which seems like he's kind of a new pioneer for this new area of expertise, I guess you could say. For Eshi, I really felt that I only needed to run one drone because when you're up front, you can see kind of everything that's going on. One thing that I am a little curious about, though, is the disruptor does not ruin Eshi's ping ability with the sonar. I don't get that. That doesn't make much sense to me. And also Pathfinder can show up on the ping ability as well. You are going to get pings for Pathfinder, which I think is ridiculous. I think Pathfinder needs to remain hidden. I don't know, because right now the ability is very, very powerful for being up close. You can be up close, you can also be flanking. The movement style with him is very much suited to, I'm going to stay in this place for a minute, gather intel, and then make active decisions based on that intel. And if you get good with the ping ability, because when you send out, you'll notice the lines go out that are scanning the area. Now, you know that they end at 100 meters, and it takes probably about 2 to 3 seconds to scan from 0 to 100 meters. So if you get good with the ping ability, you get good ideas, you can figure out about how many meters they are away from you, which can, you know, lead, if you look at the minimap and whatnot, you can figure out what buildings they're probably in, where they're at, you know, probably, and then you could have teammates that go out and take care of business. Now, the biggest issue that I see with Eshi is, for instance, you know, this actually happened to me. I'm going to tell you a story. I did not record this footage because I didn't even think about it at the time. But we were playing on Institute. No. We were playing on Garage Extraction. And there was an Echelon. We were attacking, and the Echelon was defending. So we were attacking HVT2 pretty much the whole time. We got the wise idea, because all 4 of the guys were over there, we got the wise idea to send a Pathfinder out to flank to go get number 1 and try to extract him to, you know, kind of do a bait and switch type thing. And the Echelon fucking found him on the flank, not by sight. He didn't fucking see him. He got the ping ability, caught him, and then mowed him down without us even knowing it. He just popped out of the fucking woodworks and killed him. And that is the biggest thing that I'm finding with Echelon. I am taking people by surprise very, very often. It is absolutely ridiculous. When people are rushing me, for instance, and I know this whole update is probably based around to counter rushing, but when people are rushing, or they're not even rushing, but they're advancing tactically, like on a map like Scrapyard, which is very much crammed together, they come within that 100 meters, and you feel very, very powerful. It doesn't fucking matter if it's a tank that you're going up against, a predator, a point man. You have power over them, it feels like, because of your health bonus, because of your stamina bonus. And I noticed on maps like Scrapyard, you can outmaneuver people very effectively if they don't have an Echelon and you do. The potential with that is absolutely ridiculous. Think about it. You can ping people. And if you know maps, you have map knowledge, you could say, okay, there's 2 guys on top of this building. There's 1 guy over here. I don't know where the 4th guy's at, but based off that intel, we can make active decisions to fuck them up. And that's something that is incredibly useful if you can use it correctly. And I noticed a lot of people are saying, you know, it's hard to use him. And I think he does have a certain skill level with him that's asked of you to play with him well. Not as high as Pathfinder. I think the ceiling with Pathfinder is a little bit higher, but with Echelon, there is definitely a ceiling for skill. Now, as far as that goes, you want to put obstacles between you and where you're looking, where you're trying to scan. You know, we tried, I wanted to do the gorilla, the smoke combo with Echelon. I don't think it's that great, because when you are sprinting, your range is so reduced that it's very difficult. You know, there might as well be smoke there. I think the range with the range with your sonar is barely better than the range that you have, the range of sight that you have when you don't have it on. I can't really see much of a difference there. They kind of made a big deal about it, but I don't think that's really where he stands out. I think where he stands out is his ability to flank effectively and his ability to push mid effectively. You don't have a class in this game that can do that. All of them are better in certain aspects and weaker in other aspects. But this guy is solid across the fucking board, because if you have that close range intel that you can use effectively, how can you not be? How can you not be very, very good in any situation? Because right now, if you look at classes like, you know, Tank, for instance, can go head-on really hard. He doesn't have great weapons, so he's not a great flanker, but he is okay in firefights, which make him ideal for tanking for mid characters, because that's exactly what he wants to do. Now with Predator, the same thing. He has his battle rage. He's going to be there for revives and for, you know, standing up against 1v2 situations. Those are going to happen in the middle. Same with Disruptor, and Point Man is kind of an oddball. He can kind of do a little bit of either, but, you know, he's best for a tactical up-close gameplay style. Tech can kind of do everything, but when you get down to it, fucking Echelon is the only one that has a health bonus and a stamina bonus and the close range recon ability whenever he fucking wants. to make those decisions happen. Now, just based off that information that I gave you right there, health bonus, stamina bonus, and close range recon, he is miles ahead of any other character in this game. He feels like something that you have to buy because he's so good. Now, is he going to be used on pro tournaments? Is he going to be used in Pro League? That is something I'm not too sure about. We'll have to see, because when you get into pro leagues and whatnot, every match is very, very fast-paced, it seems like. So if there is an Echelon, you have to stop and smell the roses a minute to figure out where people are at. Now, if someone's rushing you and you're in that sonar, you can get fucked pretty quick. But that's kind of a gamble on their part, because when you're in Echelon, they don't know if you're in your ping ability. I think it might be nice because it is sonar. It would make sense that you might be able to hear something or whatnot when somebody is in that sonar ability. I know, like, if we're going to talk realism here, then I think an actual sonar, you know, using echolocation and whatnot, animals and whatnot, they make low frequencies that human ears can't hear, so it would make sense. But I mean, we got to do something to balance it. I think if they added in something to make you aware of when there's an Echelon nearby, or when he's in his sonar ability, I think that would make it very well, because then you kind of know you're being watched. But anyway, please let me know what you guys have to think, what you guys think about Echelon down in the comment section below. If you have any thoughts, you know, opinions, comments about the video, whatnot, that's where to leave them. Please drop a like, and I will see you guys in the next video.